Oh no, oh no, don't get that. So anyway, welcome back to our vlog. It's bedtime here. Anyway, we are super excited to take you with us to Disneyland, and we are going to give you our best tips for taking your family, including babies, to Disneyland. Our first tip for you is to go to Target and get a red card. And the reason I say this is because with the Target red card, that can be a debit card, PS, does not have to be a credit card, you can actually save 5% on anything you purchase at Target. Why this is important is they sell Disney gift cards. And Disney gift cards can be used at Disneyland to purchase your tickets, buy food, or any of their merchandise, which is awesome. So we actually like to go to the Targets right next to Disneyland because they have a lot of Disneyland merchandise, so you can save money and buy your merchandise there for your kids if you don't want to buy them at the park. They have a lot of awesome merchandise. We like to buy our shirts there. They had really cheap, affordable shirts, so we could all wear our cute Disney matching shirts, but we could also buy those Disney gift cards. And I like to find the ones with the highest amount, obviously. They had $50 gift cards. We purchased all of those to be able to buy all of our tickets. No joke, it was a huge stack. But you can purchase up to $2,000 worth of gift cards in one, like at one time. And so I went and I purchased all those to be able to buy all of our tickets. We took those to the gate and paid with a huge stack, which they act like it was no big deal. They clearly do it all the time. But the reason that's awesome is it saves us 5%, because even though I was buying those $50 gift cards, I was saving 5% by checking out with my Target red card. So we save 5% on our ticket sales, which adds up when you're buying a lot of tickets. I think we save like $80. That's a significant amount. What are you doing, dude?
I'm doing what he's doing.
There's Jalen. She woke up early this morning with a migraine. How you feeling, girl?
Trying not to puke.
She's trying not to puke, folks.
Good morning. We just got to the Disneyland parking garage. We are about an hour behind everybody else because I woke up with like the worst headache on the planet, migraine. The reason I wanted to share that with you guys is because I get asked a lot like what I do for migraines. So since I had one, I thought I'd share about how I deal with them, how I can get them to like subside at least to the point where you can function, because it's not fun, especially when you're at places like Disneyland.
Okay, let's chat migraines. I get migraines, some caused by food, some caused by my neck being out of alignment. Whatever the cause is, it's not fun, especially if you're on vacation at places like Disneyland. This is my all-natural type approach to helping with migraines, and it seems to work, especially with those that I share it with. So I want to share it with you. Let me know if you get migraines, if you suffer from them, and if you try this and it works for you. I would love to hear about it. First thing I do is I'm going to get caffeine in my body, and I do not recommend just any old pop, because pop is full of sugar, causes inflammation. It's going to kind of counteract the whole point of caffeine, which is to reduce inflammation. So I like to use our pre-workout. It's all natural green tea, plant-based, and so it's not sweetened with sugar, it's sweetened with stevia. So I typically drink that. If I do not have that with me, I try and go to a gas station or somewhere and find a Bai drink, B-A-I. It's also sweetened with stevia and has about 75 milligrams per drink. So I drink that as fast as I can. I then also take ibuprofen. And as soon as I do that, I get into a hot bath, and I'm talking hot, like as hot as you can stand. And you're gonna stay in that hot bath as long as it takes for your head to chill out. It usually is like at least an hour, I've noticed for me. I'm gonna get in that hot bath. I'm then gonna get an ice pack and either put it on my neck or my head, wherever it feels best. You'll know where to put it. What that's going to do is it's going to get the blood out of your head, and it's gonna kind of go where the warmth is, and the ice is also gonna help with the inflammation. On top of that, I like to use some doTERRA products. I'm not a rep, I don't sell them, but I love them. And they have a rub that's called Deep Blue. It's kind of like Icy Hot, but a natural type one that has essential oils in it. Love it. I actually will rub it on my forehead, across my, like down my temples, across the top of my ears, and down my neck. And I just reapply that as needed. I also will use their peppermint and frankincense oil, same location, and I will stay in the bath reapplying those oils and drinking caffeine as needed until my head chills out, and that usually works. And luckily, it just did the trick on this trip, and I was only about an hour behind my family from going to Disneyland. So if you suffer from them, maybe try this, see if it helps you, but it's always worked for me. And I can usually just end up drinking a little bit more caffeine and having ibuprofen throughout the day, and I'm just fine. So I hope that that tip helps you and that you can still enjoy your vacations if you end up getting a migraine while you're there.
We are just about an hour behind, which is good because we can go play now. I'm functioning enough to enjoy myself.
You want to go see if you're big enough for the Incredibles ride?
Yeah.
Where is it?
You can go like right where Jack Jack is, cookies, and then there's a.
Okay, let's go see. Are you big enough to go?
No.
Bass.
Okay, the next tip we have for you is to purchase Disney's Max Pass. This is like the Fast Pass, but mobile. And the reason this is awesome is you don't have to run to the ride to get a Fast Pass for that ride and then wait for that time. You actually can see on your phone what time the Fast Passes are going for the Max Pass and reserve it right there on your phone, so you're not running all over the park. So what we did on our second day at California Adventure, we didn't use it on our first day, and we literally couldn't even ride all of the rides because of the Fast Passes just taking so much longer to get, the times going out, us not knowing what time they were going, and it just was kind of a mess. So the second day we purchased the Max Pass for California Adventure, and we were able to save so much time. So we rope dropped that second day, meaning we got up to the rope in Disneyland California Adventure, and as soon as the park opens, they drop that rope and you can go to the ride. So we rope dropped and went straight to
Guardian.
We didn't have to Max Pass it, which saved us a ton of time. As we were walking and they rope dropped and we were walking to
Guardian,
we were able to reserve cars with our Max Pass without having to run and get our Fast Pass from cars. As soon as that time window for that Max Pass opens for Cars, we were then able to reserve for another ride. So even though we hadn't gone on Cars yet, we already had our next Fast Pass reserved on our phone without having to run there. So it saves you a ton of time. We were able to do all of the rides that were Max Pass available in California Adventure on a Saturday, which was crazy busy. It wasn't for us because we Max Passed everything and didn't wait for longer than 15 minutes in any line. We were able to do all of the rides by noon. That is our second tip, is to get the Max Pass. The other perks with that is any pictures that are taken at the park, you don't have to pay for. You can actually download when you get home. They will be linked. You can have the pictures with the characters, pictures from the ride, all of those you will get. You also can order food from your phone and not have to wait in line either. So you actually just go to the order pickup window. The cost for the Max Pass is $15 per day per ticket. It was worth every penny because we were able to ride multiple times and to be able to not feel like we were in crazy chaos with lots of people because we didn't have to stand in regular lines where people were waiting over an hour. So worth every penny. You will love it. I promise it is worth getting the Disney Max Pass. Okay, our third tip kind of goes with the Max Pass. It's the stroller pass. You're going to want to get the stroller pass if you have little kids. So the purpose of that is if you can't go on a ride because you have a little kid that's not at the height requirements, you're gonna go and you're gonna say, hey, can we get a stroller pass or a parent pass? With the Max Pass, they just put it directly back onto our mobile phone and we were able to go on the ride. The awesome thing with this is they'll give you three passes, I guess, for the parent pass, so 3 people can go on again. What I recommend doing is when you reserve with your Max Pass for everybody. So we had 9 people in our party. We Max Passed for 9 people, but only 7 people typically were going on the ride for the rides that people, like all of our kids, couldn't go on. So my mom and I would stay back. And so they would only use 7 of the Max Passes. They would then get 3 more additional ones for the stroller parent pass. And so 5 people were able to ride the ride again. So as soon as they got off, we would switch and would go right back through the Fast Pass line. And so a lot of our kids and our spouses were able to go multiple times on the rides that way alone. So it was super awesome, and make sure you don't forget about that if you have little kids, which is why I still love taking little kids to Disneyland. They think it's magical, they love it, and we have a way to still enjoy the rides that you can go on but they can't go on with the parent pass option. So the rain stopped. We were able to do Guardians twice because the rain scared everybody away. So girlfriend got a nap and now we're gonna go do Cars.
If you like our vlog, please like and subscribe.